up, bitches? We're back with another episode of Bold Bitch Banter, where we discuss... What are we discussing?
Episode 3.
Here we go. See how she does it so eloquently.
Eloquently, yes.
Yeah.
It's, am I a chaotic mess or am I finally free?
The verdict is still out on that one.
What?
The verdict is still out on that one.
You know, in terms of who? The verdict? Whose verdict? Your verdict or the public's verdict? Jeff, I'm done. She's being retarded on purpose. She is. I'm like,
I'm really trying.
are you really?
Okay, yes, I am. Okay, I'll sum up the entire episode for you. I'm very chaotic.
Lock in.
I'm locking in. I'm so chaotic that I drain myself.
That's what you have to say.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, okay. Get the conversation going. Ask me a question or something.
When's the last time you lost your shit? Today.
About 2 hours ago.
Just now.
I did? Okay, classify me losing my shit. Because what you think is me losing my shit is probably just the normal for me.
Laying in a crucified position on the poof over there, you know, discussing existential crises that you were having throughout the week as we're trying to get started for this episode.
The moral of the story is I'm always crashing out.
And her crash outs come in different phases. So her crash outs can be like whiling crash out, like the typical that you see, or like she goes into the "Hello darkness, my old friend" emo stage. She does. Her crash outs are chaotic, just like her. Yeah. She has been crying a lot this week, guys.
Mercury's in retrograde. Enough
Mercury's
said.
Gatorading.
Enough said. And it is messing with me. I don't think it normally messes with me this much.
She's using that as an excuse.
I'm not using it as an excuse because I didn't even know it was retrograding.
It's a crutch.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. It's not?
Yeah, okay, I do want to say something that these fucking online TikTok astrologers that are constantly like, it's the year of the Gemini, you're a fucking liar. Because I'm
crash
not,
out! Mini crash out! Mini crash out.
because like you're a fucking liar. Straight in case in point. Like you're just lying.
How do you know they're lying though?
They're like, it's gonna be your glow up year, it's your year. I've been going through it on every level of my life.
And you know what my statement to that is? Diamonds are made under pressure. It is the pressurization process that yields the diamond. So if this is your glow up year, you gotta go through some shit to glow up.
I thought that was last year because they made it seem like this year I was gonna reap all the rewards. Apparently I'm setting myself up to reap the rewards in maybe a year or two. Because I'm in my purging phase.
Purge, baby, purge.
The purging phase is essentially whether or not you want to acknowledge what you have to face, your mirror. Life is going to make you face your mirror, and then you're going to purge the emotions, the situation, whatever it is. There's going to be a catalytic moment that is forcing you to purge what's suppressed so that you can, you know, have some wholesomeness. Correct me if I'm wrong, May, because Mayhem.
I don't need to correct you. The definition of purging is releasing what no longer serves you.
You see how she just does it? It's like, we should turn this from bold bitch. Oh, I mean, it's already singular. So y'all wanted the real and the raw. I'm not going to fake and be a performer because I need to face that. I'm always performing. So I'm showing you the real and the raw. I am totally inspired.
Was that not a performance right now? I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't.
I'm confused.
I'm spiraling.
I'm confused. That is a performance.
Okay, let's stick to the topic, guys.
That's a performance topic.
Okay. I don't know, like, if I'm either finally free or if I'm chaotic. Because if I'm finally free, then these crash outs wouldn't bother me as much as they do now.
Why do they bother you?
That's a pretty loaded question.
Yeah. Why do they bother you?
This isn't therapy.
Let's go. In there. Why do they bother you?
This isn't therapy.
Why do they bother you?
Because I know that I have the potential to be better.
That's
But
very
then-
generic. That's very generic. That's very vanilla. Right, champ? Why do they bother you?
Because my crash outs sometimes don't fundamentally align with who I really am.
Oh.
There you go. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine. So, but you
I'm
know
fine,
that they
thank
don't-
you.
I'm fine, thank you. They don't align with who you are, and it bothers you because you can't control them, or because you divert to
No, I let them control me.
performative self.
No, I let them control me.
Yes, because is a crash out the performative self?
You know, you speak of this performative self, and it's like, what is my performative self?
You put on a performance
To who?
to yourself. First and foremost, before you entertain the rest of us.
You make me
You are
sound
entertaining
psychotic.
yourself. I make her sound psychotic.
Because I'm not performing to myself. Imagine like me. No.
I don't have to imagine.
I don't do that shit to myself.
Oh yeah? You don't do it to yourself.
For myself. I don't perform for myself.
Are you sure? You don't have like this ultimate movie running in the back of your head where, you know, you're a certain character in different.
I call that my imagination.
Oh, it's your imagination. Okay. So maybe, are you mad? Let's decode this. Are you mad because your imagination gets the best of you?
No, it's my happy place.
But it leads to the crash outs.
No.
No. You just said. Did she not just say?
I did not say. You said that. You're putting words in my mouth. I did not say. I said, whatever the external trigger is that forces me to crash out, right? It's not the trigger that bothers me. It's how I react that bothers me, because I know I can do better, and I can do better in not allowing my reaction take over me.
Okay, but the crash out. I'm talking about the crash out phase.
Right.
Trigger.
Whatever it may be.
Trigger your emotional response circuit equaling a crash out, and the process of the crash out being a performance within your life, satisfying that little imagination of the performative self, so maybe you don't actually have to deal with what the trigger was.
But why is it a performance? Why do you keep classifying it? I don't classify it as a performance. I classify it as a reaction.
Okay.
So why do you guys keep saying performance? Is it a performance because there are different aspects of me that come out?
Maybe.
Okay, so I'm the living form of split into one person.
We've had this discussion like 5 times this week, guys.
Like
5 times this week. So like Split actually changes characters?
I don't. I'm just
She
embodying
doesn't.
all of them all the time.
She doesn't. She's all the characters in one. They're like, Split doesn't get to go back into their head and come out as Patricia.
But think about it. As and I don't want to bring this back to my horoscope, but as a Gemini, I'm inclined to be. I have duality, right? And it should serve a good purpose, right?
You're a Gemini sun.
We don't have to celebrate my entire horoscope.
I'm not. But the planetary ruler of your emotions, which are your triggers in this situation, is Scorpio. Yeah.
Bro, I'm always going through it, bro.
Okay. And her rising, which is why she comes off so free and philosophical and an adventurer, is a Sagittarius. So, tying the 3.
They're all fundamentally very different.
Yes, I know.
So do you know how hard it is on one person to try to tie 3 completely different things? That's, the transformation that I have to go through is really fucking hard.
Hence Scorpio.
Thanks, man.
Scorpio is the ruler of transformation.
So I'm like literally supposed to be a very intense free person. How does that even work? Like, it's so contradictory, and I have to take that contradiction and blend it together seamlessly. because that is my life path, or my journey, or the purpose of this journey is to take two sides of extremes, where it's like, and then blend them together and find a happy medium.
The two sides of the extremes would have been if you were Taurus and Scorpio. Gemini and Scorpio is not two sides of the extremes.
In my head, they are.
They're not. They're not. But anyway, so am I chaotic or am I just finally free? I don't know. It comes. For me, it comes up with, how well you have practiced self-acceptance, right? There's going to be a balance between everything. And if you accept yourself to the degrees in which you accept yourself, right? And that means understanding your faults so that you can do something to improve them, because all of us have things that we can improve, right? So the degree of self-acceptance is not just, oh, I'm this, and then you don't do anything about it. It's, I'm this, and then you understand how to do something to integrate it more positively into your life, which is why I always come off as, the ice queen that's got a facade of, zero fucks given, even though I'm like internally, it could be like an entire volcano that's happening within me. But I've learned that
she does. It's very selective who she shows her emotions
to.
Usually, I'm the outlet.
Okay, fine. You're not the outlet. Anyway.
Should we rewind yesterday?
What was yesterday?
When you got the call about Coco being sick.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, let's go. You're like, I don't understand. I was like,
no.
I was like, all right.
Without giving up too much
I was like, okay.
information.
I was like, I'm just going to let it rock because her dog is sick right now.
No, without giving too much information on the situation at hand. Once again, the emotional aspect of the reaction was, oh, I'm probably going to have to go because I'm getting a call that my dog is sick, right? And then it's the Hollywood theatrics that come after that trigger the hell out of me.
But why do they trigger you?
Okay.
Then you need to accept that about me. The same way I accept you.
I do to a certain extent. I can't accept Hollywood 24/7 though. I just can't.
And I can't
accept.
But you know what's so crazy? I could say I can't accept Ice Queen all the time, but I do.
Yes, because what does the impact of Cool Calm and Collected have to do on you, as opposed to you jumping off the couch? She jumped off a couch. Let's go! I'm trying to preserve. So
so fucking ungrateful that I actually care. You know? She's like, I don't need this shit right now. I was like, yeah, like,
it was already a very tense conversation that I had to go through on the phone with my kids regarding our dog. And we had gone out, right? And I was like, shit, we're going to get stuck in traffic going all the way back home. So I'm trying to check up with them. They're a frazzled mess, whatever it may be.
To the point where my cousin goes, I was like, dude, did you witness that? She's like,
so, no. You have to, so I'm off the phone and I'm like, guys, I think I'm going to go. You guys stay. I'll Uber it. I'll go check on the situation, right? Like, that's what you got to do in these kinds of events.
Nothing bothers me more when she tries to be like, oh, so you guys can stay. Like, first of all, none of us actually really wanted to be in that setting. Like, we were all just like, let's do it. We already paid to be here. Let's be here. And it's like, no, like, we all came together. The rule is we come together, we leave together. And nothing pisses me off. We're all like, yeah, let's go. Like, and then she decides to say it after we said, yeah, we're gonna go. You guys can stay. I was like, no, we're gonna go. And I jumped off the couch, and that's when she got pissed off.
It was the jumping action. It was like a snippet from Rambo.
Okay, fuck you. Fuck you.
She's going to save the day. And I just couldn't handle it at that moment.
That was a very awkward couch to be on.
But you know what I'm talking about. Because yesterday she made it.
I was going to fall if I didn't, maneuver properly.
Like, yo, calm it down right now. I can't deal with the theatrics on top of all this added stress. You know? So, yeah, that's what it was, the theatrics that was for me. That was for me. That did it for me. Literally, I'm tearing up from it. Just remembering.
I didn't fly off the couch, bro. I was just trying to elegantly get off, and it was not happening elegantly. And I was like, I'm about to fail. And then you perceive my clumsiness as theatrics. Which pisses me off. It's like, I can't even be clumsy?
It wasn't clumsy. It was aggressive. She tried to overcompensate for her clumsiness with aggression, and it just came off like Superman jumping off the couch.
That's a stretch. Yeah, it is. I'm not.
Because the people around us were like...
That's a stretch. And God forbid anybody looks at us.
No, it's not
Without
God forbid.
my sister thinking that I'm drawing too much attention.
It's not God forbid anybody looks at us. I understand we're out in a public setting. People are looking at everyone. Everyone's scoping everyone out. It was rather tiny. She's flying off the couch.
Like, what did you want me to do? Parkour off the fucking couch?
I mean, you basically did. You basically did. So she got mad at me for not having the mental and emotional aptitude to deal with her theatrics, on top of the fact of she was not on the receiving end of the frantic phone calls that I was getting. So she thought I was taking it out on her, when ultimately all I was trying to do was be like, pause, not right now. Like, I can only deal with so much at like any given moment. So that was the, the culmination of me breaking the ice, facade of dealing with situations and having to react to her. Because, it was just too much seeing her like, what's wrong? Coco, let's go. Like, literally, that's what I was like, no, not now. Obviously, I wasn't laughing, but I was like, not now. I can't deal with your shit right now. So she got mad at me for pressing pause, okay? She got mad at me for pressing pause because literally all I said was, I think I gotta go. They're calling me about Coco, and they're frantic, and she's like, Coco!
That is not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, we have a third witness. I will call them.
But she always is willing to. She is waiting for the opportunity to make fun of me all the time.
No.
Okay?
Do you not understand? Listen, once again, hold on. Holding one accountable to themselves via self-acceptance. She thinks we're always out to make fun of her. She doesn't understand it is her overly emotional and passionate state that allows people to poke fun at certain aspects of her reactions and personality. And that's what it is. But we love you for who you are.
Exactly.
Yes.
So stick to that.
I am sticking to that. Anyway, I love to control everything via logic. And God has blessed me with a sister that is overly emotional and passionate, drives me off the logic trail all the fucking time. And one of us has to be logical. Otherwise, this is chaos. This is total on anarchy, chaos.
The funny part is that there is a logic side of me, but it's always overcome by my emotional state.
Oh, I thank you. This is such a revelation that we've made today.
Yeah, I'm very honest with myself. To an extent.
Exactly. I was gonna say that's a fucking lie right there.
But that was also honest. Can't come at me for that.
It is. Now it's honest for you saying that you're honest with yourself to an extent.
Right, because I can only see myself in such a capacity that I'm allowing myself to see.
Oh, high five. We've crossed the bridge with that one. Champ, do you agree?
100%.
Do you agree that you only see yourself to the extent that you let yourself in?
Absolutely.
Right?
So then this is why this transformation is fucking annoying.
This is why.
Because I'm literally taking off the blindfolds and I'm like, oh my god, I have to face it.
And the problem is these blindfolds, once they come off, you can't just put them back on.
No, but you know what's funny? It's like my life is just a series of transformations over and over and over. Because it's like, you do all this work and you're like, oh, finally, I'm in a good place. And then it's like, psych. It's like, nah, we're just at level 2. Let's go to the next level, which is 10 times harder.
Level up, bitch, right? But, what is life? Life is the progression of
I just wonder when I'm gonna get to a point where it's like
calm waters.
Never.
That
like
is
our like I don't want to say his name, but you know, our uncle who's always chill. Like
okay.
when do I get to that point?
Calm waters.
Where nothing disturbs me.
When you're dead.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's why they call it rest in peace.
I think it also depends on how you envision your life. I think for the lifestyle that you want to live, you're never going to be in calm waters.
I'm done. This thing, my lifestyle. I literally just want to be on the beach.
Like, let's not fall all into the imaginative self, and let us add a dose of pragmatism and reality.
It's a nice place.
You living on a beach, or coasting on a beach, or relaxing on a beach requires funding.
Yeah, guys, you're taking it too. The problem is you take everything I say too literally.
But you have to take it literal. This is why you're spiraling. Because you're too figurative.
Like, I'm trying to give you an example of, like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to chill.
Yes.
Whether I have wads of cash or not.
It's not about the cash. It's about the resources to be able to achieve that mental state of chill.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all it is. All right? Whether they be material or whether they be spiritual or whether they be physical, there are resources that are needed in order to achieve that state of chill. Whether they be recreational, whatever it is, you need to understand that chill is not just like the last time you were chill, you were in your mother's stomach. And the next time you're going to be chill is 6 feet under. I'm just saying, like, life is not chill. You're here to learn lessons and evolve.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what life means. So you're too smart to come up with these.
Sometimes like to gaslight myself, so just
Sometimes.
let me be.
Sometimes. Okay. The point of the entire ramble of purging, for instance, as an example, is that the Mercury, Gatorade, retrograde, whatever, microwave, whatever it's in right now, is really messing with her. But I like to think that these things are just there as a hint that if you're going through some choppy waters right now, that it'll be over soon. Not to have the choppy waters sink you or make you drown, right? It's just a little indicator of, oh, warning sign. Something is coming up that you need to reassess or reevaluate. She has crawled up into a hole, been through on a fucking whole roller coaster this whole past week. She went from a happy, excited person to someone that got triggered by some statements because someone was of high emotional intelligence and zeroed in on some of her issues, to being a complete and total wreck of a mess and emotional to the point where she couldn't even get a workout in. She couldn't even get a workout in. All because she was psyching herself out. But she doesn't realize all these external facets and these external triggers, the common denominator in that is her perception.
Yeah.
And so the trigger exists or can be eliminated through her and her only. So like what triggers you today, if you learn the lesson, shouldn't trigger you tomorrow.
But did you not get what I was saying the other day? I'm not even upset at the external trigger. That's not the thing. That's because I completely understand that anything that triggers us on the outside is really just a mirror to what we need to face within. I'm not stupid to that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why am I still, like, even though I cognitively know what the trigger is and I know what the issue is, why does it still keep recurring? That was my frustration with myself. It's like, when is it gonna land? It's still flying. When is it gonna land? I need that shit to land sooner rather than later before I fucking end up in a mental institution.
When is up to you. Once again.
Thanks.
I'm just
Captain
like,
Obvious.
I don't understand. Yes, I am Captain Obvious.
So the moral of the
will
story
always be Captain
is
Obvious.
I am at a war within myself.
All of us are at wars, right? I'm just maybe not a war. Maybe
War
I have
is harsh.
Yeah.
It's like
I have smaller battles that I pick and choose on the day to day. But do I consider myself chaotic or free? I'm free. I'm free because I learned that chaos wasn't going to get me anywhere, and that organization, like, you just have to adapt to what are your strong suits. My strong suits are organizational, logical thinking with emotional detachment, and that's what I've chosen to optimize and emphasize my life on. And so my prime performance or my prime element is in very complex situations that require clear train of thought to execute and make the proper decision. Whereas others may not be able to handle that. So high stress, and I guess that is why I am a magnet for high stress situations, because I can, perform under pressure, right? I can make the logical choice that is needed at that time. 9 times out of 10, I can't make it all the time, right? But I've had some ups and downs in life and some really stressful situations where I was able to navigate, and like people are like, wow. I'm like, I don't know how I did it, but I did it because I chose to like press pause on one element and focus on another.
Am I chaotic or finally free? I'm evolving. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
She's evolving chaos.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Growth. You know what's crazy? It's like I always thought I can be very like explosive, but as explosive as I can be, the other side of me is when I completely shut down and I become like a absolute bitch. So, yeah. But that's still emotional, right? It's just classified different ways.
Yeah, that's I literally was gonna say. I was like, yeah, when she becomes a bitch, it's totally apparent. So it's like
before, like this is how I know I've grown in my perception of myself. Is that before I would classify that as I'm not having any emotions. I'm completely withdrawn, but those are emotions because you can sense when I'm being a bitch.
Yes,
it's very strong.
Everything about her is very strong.
Very magnetic.
It's not magnetic when she's a bitch. No, it's not. It's just very strong, and it's repulsion to the extreme. Like you will get it. But that's like so part of me telling her is that you not having emotions is actually emotional to the person standing in front of you, because they can see that you're having a negative emotion, that you are trying to push them away. Not having an emotion is just
indifference.
Teflon. Just be Teflon. Bounce right back. The theme of today's episode is just be like Teflon. Yeah, nothing sticks. Nothing sticks. Anyway, I think we're going to be closing this out.
So remember to always be kind of a... I took off most of
like, follow, and share. Show us you care. Even Jeff behind the camera's like, what? Bro!
Peace, we're done? Cool!
She's like, remember, always be kind.
I'm out!
Yeah!
Get straight to the point, yo. Because, like, how many... Okay. I'm sorry. Let's, like, break it down. I'm going to sit here and ask you for your engagement. Are you really going to engage? Or am I lying to myself? No, they're not. How we've been saying this, for how many episodes?
But you're in a different vibrational state now.
My thing is, it should be natural.
Yes. So, but sometimes people need a reminder. So, like, show us you care. Hit that like, follow, and share. Right?
And remember to always be kind.
Of a bitch. Over and out.